Think eating fruit is always healthy? What if I told you some fruits, yes, the ones you thought were doing you good, could actually be stealing your leg's strength and speeding up muscle loss as you age? It's shocking, but true. And today, I'll show you which 7 fruits to avoid if you want strong legs, better balance, and more independence well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. As we age, we naturally lose muscle, especially in our legs. It's called sarcopenia, and it affects up to 50% of people over 80. Weak legs mean a greater risk of falls, slower walking, and eventually needing a walker or even a nursing home. But did you know what you eat plays a massive role in how fast this happens? Some fruits that seem healthy can spike your blood sugar, create inflammation, and actually make it harder for your body to hold on to muscle. Let's take a moment to really understand what's happening inside your body. When you were 25, your body burned sugar and built muscle effortlessly. You could have a banana in the morning, a sandwich at lunch, maybe even dessert, and your body would handle it just fine. But after 60, everything changes. Your metabolism slows, your hormones shift, and your muscle-building engine starts to sputter. This is why so many older adults find themselves getting weaker, even if they haven't changed their diet. And here's the part most people don't know. Sugar, especially fructose, the kind found in fruit, becomes much more harmful as we age. Why? Because it fuels 2 dangerous processes. First, it causes insulin resistance. Insulin is the hormone that tells your cells to absorb sugar for energy. But after years of spikes from sugary foods, even natural ones, your cells stop listening. The sugar stays in your bloodstream longer. And instead of fueling your muscles, it gets stored as fat, usually around your belly, hips, and even inside your muscles. Second, it creates inflammation. Fructose is metabolized in your liver, where it can generate uric acid and oxidative stress. That stress leads to chronic, low-level inflammation, which silently attacks your joints, your circulation, and yes, your muscles. Now imagine that inflammation focusing on your legs, the powerhouse muscles that keep you upright, help you get out of chairs, walk around the grocery store, or climb a single step. Over time, the result is leg weakness, instability, and fatigue. You feel stiff when you get up. You shuffle instead of stride. You stop walking as far because your legs tire quickly. And if you've been told it's just aging, don't believe it. That's not normal aging. That's avoidable. It's driven by what we eat, and it often starts with fruit. Now, don't get me wrong, fruit isn't the enemy. The problem is which fruit, how much, and how often. That's why in a moment, we're going to reveal the 7 worst fruits for leg strength, the ones that do the most harm if you're over 60. But first, let's meet someone just like you. Meet Carol. She's 74, lives alone, and walks her dog every morning. She thought she was eating healthy. Oatmeal and bananas for breakfast, a turkey sandwich and grapes for lunch, and a glass of orange juice with dinner. But over the past year, her legs felt heavy. Her knees started to ache. She began losing her balance on the stairs. Her doctor said her muscle tone was declining and suggested a walker in the future. That's when she learned the truth. Her healthy diet was actually flooding her body with over 80 grams of sugar a day, mostly from fruit and juice. And her blood sugar and inflammation were through the roof. Carol made one small change. She swapped high-sugar fruits for low-sugar alternatives. Within 8 weeks, she noticed more energy in her legs, less stiffness in the morning, better balance, and best of all, she could walk her dog twice as far without needing to stop and rest. Here's what the science says. A 2019 study published in Nutrients found that older adults with higher blood sugar had significantly lower leg strength and walking speed, even if they weren't diabetic. Another study from the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle showed that insulin resistance, often driven by excess fructose, was directly linked to accelerated muscle loss in people over 65. And perhaps most surprising, high-sugar diets were shown to weaken fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for balance, power, and fall prevention. That means the same sugar in that healthy fruit salad could be draining your strength faster than aging alone. So if you've noticed you're not as steady on your feet, if you're feeling slower, or your legs seem to tire out too quickly, don't blame your age. Start with your plate. All right, let's take a deeper look at the 7 fruits you should avoid or seriously limit if you're over 60 and want to keep your legs strong, your balance steady, and your independence intact. 1. Bananas, especially overripe, they might be the poster child of healthy snacks, but for seniors, bananas can be sneaky. A large banana contains about 17 grams of sugar, and when it gets overripe and soft, the sugar content only goes up. That's because starches in the banana turn into simple sugars as it ripens, meaning they hit your bloodstream faster. Why does that matter? Because rapid sugar spikes trigger a surge of insulin. And over time, repeated insulin spikes cause insulin resistance, the condition that quietly sabotages your muscles. Now, I'm not saying you can never eat a banana again, but if you do, stick to a small greenish one, pair it with protein or fat, and only enjoy it once in a while. No more daily banana habit. It's not doing your legs any favors. 2. Grapes. Small, sweet, and overeaten, grapes feel harmless, right? But here's the thing. They're one of the most oversnacked fruits out there. A single cup has 23 grams of sugar, and because they're bite-sized and refreshing, most people eat double that without realizing it. What makes grapes worse is their lack of fiber. The sugar hits fast, like candy. And frequent spikes in blood sugar over time don't just feed fat storage. They directly accelerate muscle protein breakdown. Plus, excess sugar leads to glycation, a process where sugar molecules damage your body's proteins, including collagen in your joints and tissue in your muscles. That means grape overload could be making your knees ache and your legs feel weaker. 3. Pineapple, tropical and trouble. Yes, it's rich in vitamin C. Yes, it tastes great. But pineapple is one of the highest sugar fruits in the produce aisle. 1 cup of diced pineapple, more than 22 grams of sugar. Worse yet, pineapple has a high glycemic index. That means it raises your blood sugar fast. And studies show that older adults with higher glycemic diets have greater muscle loss in the legs and hips over time. Even more concerning, pineapple contributes to chronic inflammation. That's the kind of silent inflammation that wears away at your tissues, especially the ones you use to walk, lift, and stay balanced. Your leg strength isn't just about muscles. It's about keeping inflammation low too. 4. Mangoes, dessert disguised as fruit. Mangoes are delicious, but don't be fooled. A single mango can pack over 45 grams of sugar. That's more than a Snickers bar in a can of soda. Yes, it's natural sugar, but your body doesn't know the difference when you're 70 and insulin sensitive. Worse, that amount of sugar triggers your liver to produce triglycerides, blood fats that slow down circulation. Poor circulation means your leg muscles don't get enough oxygen and nutrients, which leads to weakness, stiffness, and slower recovery after walking or exercising. So while mango might taste like a tropical vacation, it's not worth the price if you're trying to keep your legs and balance strong. 5. Dried fruit, the sugar bombs in disguise, raisins. Dates, dried apricots, even prunes. These are marketed as healthy, and sure, they have fiber and some vitamins. But here's what no one tells you. Removing water from fruit concentrates its sugar like syrup. A small box of raisins? 25 grams of sugar. A handful of dates? Nearly 60 grams. That's more than a milkshake. And because they're chewy and bite-sized, they're easy to overeat, especially when you're snacking mindlessly in front of the TV. That creates daily sugar spikes every single day, which keeps your blood sugar elevated and keeps your muscles shrinking, especially your leg muscles. If you really love dried fruit, keep it to a tablespoon or 2 max and never eat it alone. Pair it with nuts or protein, and only on rare occasions. 6. Fruit juices, even the healthy ones. Here's a big one. Fruit juice, orange juice, apple juice, grape juice. even 100% juice with no added sugar. They all have one thing in common. They're stripped of fiber and loaded with concentrated sugar. Let's break it down. 1 8-ounce glass of orange juice, 22 grams of sugar. Apple juice, 24 grams. Grape juice, a whopping 36 grams. And because it's liquid, the sugar hits your bloodstream in seconds, like injecting sugar straight into your system. Juice causes a huge insulin spike, contributes to belly fat, and worsens leg strength by triggering fat gain and muscle loss at the same time. If you're drinking juice daily, or even a few times a week, it's time to cut back. Switch to water, sparkling water with lemon, or even herbal teas instead. Your legs will thank you. 7. Watermelon. Looks light but hits hard. Watermelon might feel like a light, hydrating snack, but don't be fooled. It has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit. That means it spikes your blood sugar fast and leave you crashing afterward. It's true that watermelon has fewer total grams of sugar per cup, about 9 or 10, but it raises your blood sugar faster than fruits like berries or apples. And when your blood sugar shoots up and crashes, your energy drops with it, which makes your legs feel heavy, your joints feel stiff, and your balance less steady. Watermelon is okay occasionally, especially on a hot day. But if you're snacking on giant bowls of it or using it as a meal replacement, you're setting yourself up for sugar crashes, inflammation, and long-term weakness. So there you have it, the 7 worst fruits if you're over 60 and serious about staying strong and mobile. The truth is, not all fruits are created equal, and your body's response to sugar changes as you age. By cutting back or eliminating these fruits, you're giving your muscles, especially your legs, the fighting chance they need to stay strong, functional, and ready to support you every day. Here's the science. When your blood sugar spikes, even from fruit, your pancreas jumps into action and releases insulin. Insulin's job is to move sugar out of your blood and into your cells, where it can be used for energy. But if this happens too often, especially in older adults, your cells become less responsive. They stop hearing the insulin. This condition is called insulin resistance, and it's extremely common in people over 60. Now here's the problem. Insulin resistance isn't just about blood sugar. It's also one of the top causes of muscle breakdown and fat storage in aging adults. Why? Because when your cells resist insulin, they struggle to absorb nutrients like amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. That means your body has a harder time rebuilding and maintaining the muscle tissue you already have. On top of that, insulin resistance increases levels of inflammatory markers, like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. These chemicals cause slow, steady damage to tissues, especially muscle fibers in your legs and hips. Multiple studies confirm this. A study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults with insulin resistance lost twice as much leg muscle over a 5-year period compared to those with stable blood sugar. And research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that high glycemic diets, even with natural sugars, led to greater fat gain and muscle loss in aging populations. So yes, what's on your plate is directly affecting what's happening in your legs. But here's the good news. You don't need to give up fruit completely. You just need to be smart about which ones you choose and how often you eat them. The goal is to focus on low-sugar, high-fiber fruits that support blood sugar control, reduce inflammation, and give your body the nutrients it needs to maintain strength, especially in your lower body. So here are the top 5 best fruits for seniors focused on strength. 1. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These little gems are some of the lowest sugar fruits you can eat. 1 cup of raspberries has just 5 grams of sugar and a whopping 8 grams of fiber. They're also packed with antioxidants like anthocyanins and flavonoids, which reduce inflammation and improve blood flow, 2 things that directly support stronger, healthier muscles. Bonus: a 2020 study from Nutrients showed that older adults who ate berries regularly had better balance, faster walking speed, and improved leg strength over a 12-week period. 2. Avocado surprised? Yes, it's a fruit and one of the best for your muscles. Avocados are loaded with healthy fats, especially monounsaturated fats, which reduce inflammation and help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like E and K, both of which are crucial for joint and muscle health. They're also rich in magnesium and potassium, two minerals that help prevent leg cramps and maintain proper nerve function. One avocado has more potassium than a banana, with zero sugar crash. 3. Green apples in moderation. Green apples have less sugar than red apples, about 9 grams per apple, and they're packed with pectin, a type of soluble fiber that helps slow digestion and stabilize blood sugar. Eating green apples with protein, like a slice of turkey or a piece of cheese, makes for a smart, muscle-friendly snack. They're crisp, refreshing, and satisfying, without the blood sugar roller coaster. 4. Tomatoes, technically a fruit, and one of the best for seniors. Tomatoes are high in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant shown to reduce inflammation and support blood vessel health, key for strong circulation in your legs. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your leg muscles, helping them stay strong and active. And get this, cooked tomatoes, like in tomato sauce or soup, have even more available lycopene than raw ones. So don't be afraid to enjoy tomato-based meals regularly. 5. Olives, yes, olives are fruits too, and they're one of the most underrated foods for older adults. Olives are packed with polyphenol, plant compounds that protect muscle cells from damage and slow down age-related decline. They're also high in healthy fats that reduce inflammation and support joint lubrication. Add a handful of olives to your salad. Eat them as a snack with some cheese, or mix them into a healthy chicken dish. Just make sure they're not packed in sugary brine or overly processed oils. See? Fruit doesn't have to be the enemy. With just a few smart swaps, you can lower your sugar intake, reduce inflammation, and protect your muscles from shrinking. Even better, these fruits actually support your overall health, from better brain function to stronger bones and improved energy. Here's what you can do starting today to protect your legs, stay strong, and feel more energized every time you get up out of that chair. Step 1. Cut back on high-sugar fruits, especially those 7 we talked about. You don't have to quit them cold turkey, but ease off. Think of them as an occasional treat, not a daily habit. Try to keep your total sugar from fruit under 15 grams a day. That's about a handful of berries or half a green apple. Step 2. Eat fruit with protein or fat. This one's big. Never eat fruit alone. Pair it with a boiled egg, a few almonds, a slice of turkey, something that slows the sugar down and keeps your insulin from spiking. That way, your body uses the energy to build muscle, not store fat. Step 3. Focus on low-sugar fruits like berries and avocados. Keep those in your fridge and make them your go-to. You'll be surprised how quickly your cravings for sweeter fruits fade when your blood sugar's balanced and your energy improves. Step 4. Move your body daily. It doesn't have to be fancy. A 15-minute walk, marching in place during a TV commercial, light chair exercises. Movement helps your muscles soak up sugar, like a sponge, instead of letting it linger in your bloodstream and cause damage. Step 5. Stay hydrated. This one's often overlooked. When you're even slightly dehydrated, your muscles get stiff, weak, and tired. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. More if it's hot or you're exercising. Add a pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon for extra minerals. These simple changes, done daily, can help your muscles stay strong, your legs stay steady, and your independence last much longer. Let's recap. You don't have to give up fruit, but you do need to be smart about it. Some fruits, especially bananas, grapes, mangoes, and dried fruits, have way more sugar than you think. And for seniors, that sugar doesn't just lead to weight gain. It's actively breaking down muscle in your legs and speeding up the very thing we're trying to avoid, frailty. But the power is in your hands. By making just a few daily changes like switching to lower sugar fruits, pairing fruit with protein, and staying active, you can protect your muscle, improve your balance, and stay strong and independent into your 70s, 80s, and even 90s. It's never too late to change. Every smart choice you make today builds a stronger tomorrow. If this video helped you, click that like button and subscribe. We post weekly tips just like this, all designed to help you stay healthy, mobile, and full of life. And now I want to hear from you. Which of the bad fruits surprised you the most? Was it bananas? Grapes? Maybe fruit juice? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and your story could help someone else. Remember, your legs are your independence. Protect them with every step and every bite. I'm proud of you for being here. You're doing great. And your best years? They're still ahead.